Drivers, to your cars.
Tonight, the BareBones Racing Series hosts its season finale at the Michigan International Speedway. The top four are only separated by 14 points. Dave leads Nelson by 12 and 14 over Fremont and Prime. But that will not be the only championship that we will decide tonight. Little leads Hogue by 14 points in the Challenger Series. So shut out the window, call your neighbor, grab your favorite beverage, and strap in because DRTV is ready to burn it to the ground.
And we welcome you to DRTV's live coverage of the Rolling Thunder Gaming BareBones Series season finale in the CWS 2015 Truck Mod. Tonight here live, DRTV, the Michigan International Speedway, plays host to this awesome 80-lap, 175-mile event around the beautiful 2-mile oval here up in the foothills of northern Michigan. Thanks for joining us here tonight on DRTV. My name is Phil Lacasse, along with my broadcast partners, Too Tall Todd Stanton and Mr. TV Time, Rich Patton down in the DRTV control booth. Looks like we have a 21-truck field here. Star-studded event here tonight, Todd. I know you and I both know quite a bit about this series and all the stuff they have going on. 3 championships here to crown here tonight. It should be an awesome race.
Yeah, one of them being the BareBones Series Championship. Right now, David Day is your current points leader, as you can see on the screen here live on DRTV. David Day is your points leader. Stevie Melson right there behind him, slimmest of margins, 12 points back. Zach Freemow is 14 points back, along with Sean Prime. He's also 14 points back in fourth. Fifth was Josh Metallic. He's 56 points back. Also challenger points leader Rusty Little. He's also in this one. He is 6th in points. He's 73 points back. Carson Krin, 77 points back. Brian Hogue, 87 points back. Sean Kerrigan is 88 points back in 9th. And Cy Jones is 10th with 126 points back. Also, Challenger Series up for grabs here this evening with Rusty Little. It's on the right-hand side of the screen, the Challenger Series points. Rusty Little right now your current points leader with 424 points. 14 points back is Brian Hogue. Been an amazing series yet so far. You got Cy Jones. He is 3rd in points. 4th is Dave Little. Jason Scheck is 5th in points. Todd Staten and Phil Cass is 6th and 7th, who obviously, we're not in the race here this evening, but we're running a solid 6th and 7th. Here we're broadcasting for you live. Dave Cannon is 8th, Dave Burleywine, and then Gary Mingus rounds out your top 10 in the Challenger Series points here this evening. Phil, I believe we have one other championship that has to be decided here this evening.
That being the Eliminator Series they do over here at RTG on Monday nights. Part of the Eliminator Series, much like the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, they take a series of, I think it was 16 guys that were first eligible. It was a 10-race stretch, just like they would do in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. And at the end of the day, the final 3 drivers coming into tonight eligible for that Eliminator Series champion. That being the number 5 of David Day, who also is your overall points leader, the number 038 of Steve Melson, and also the 015 of Sean Prime. Those 3 drivers eligible for the Eliminator Championship. Now, it's just not going to be the total race finish, where you finish on the racetrack out of those 3 guys. That may not mean you're the champion of the Eliminator. Also, when you get your bonus points coming in, as far as like leading a lap or leading the most laps like they customarily will give, if those points supersede what your race finish may be, that driver will be the champion. So that's something else to keep an eye on tonight, Todd. The Eliminator Series. David Day, Steve Melson, Sean Prime. We'll have to keep an eye on them 3.
Yeah, 3 different champions decided here this evening at the Michigan International Speedway. Last time we were here, it was snow covered. This time, the snowbanks have melted. No longer do we have any snow out there. So it's going to be interesting to see. We're going to keep you guys posted out there in YouTube land of how these champions are doing, how everybody is running around the speedway. But Michigan International Speedway is going to be a great, great show, Phil.
It's going to be an awesome show, Todd. I know, Rich, you've been down there all afternoon long in the DRTV control booth getting all the awesome looks here all around this awesome Michigan International Speedway. I know a lot of people were really responsible for allowing us all to get over here tonight to RTG.
Yeah, most definitely. Hats off to the RTG gang over here. RTG is hosting this week, and obviously we're going to be hanging out with RTG pretty much all week. We've got a race tonight with them. We've got another race live Wednesday night with them. And then, of course, Thursday night is going to be the Big Tally Challenge. We're going to see some double-wide, 3-wide racing around Talladega for quite a while Thursday night. So very, very busy week here for DRTV. And hats off to this RTG crew for getting in touch with us and getting all this stuff lined up. They definitely got, me working hard down here. As you said, we've been working on this pretty much most of the day today, making sure we got everything ready for tonight. And then again tomorrow, we're going to have to go through it all over again, or actually Wednesday night all over again, guys. So busy, busy week for us. And we're not done with RTG yet. We're going to have a 4th race coming up in another week or so with them as well. So busy time here for DRTV and RTG.
Well, we absolutely appreciate all the guys at RTG having us over for this championship week. It's going to be an awesome week. It starts off tonight. With the BareBones Series season finale for the Michigan International Speedway. And of course, we previewed, we got 3 champions here to crown tonight, 3 separate championships. And coming into tonight, the overall points leader is the number 5 of David Day. Let's see if we can't catch up with the driver of the 5. David, Phil from DRTV, got a copy?
Yeah, I sure do.
David coming in tonight throughout this entire season, got the point lead coming into championship night. What is your thoughts going into this evening?
I usually don't points race, so it's actually a little bit more nerve-wracking than usual, but I'll just go and race like I usually do and hope it works out.
Now, in virtue of a top 3 finish last week over here at RTG, the formula over here is if you're the top 3 finisher from the week before, you're not allowed to qualify. So you're going to start deep in the field tonight from about 19th position. What's that strategy going to be for that number 5 truck coming out the gate?
I think it'll be the same as usual. Make it as exciting as possible. And got a good pit stall out of the deal, so I can't complain about that. So we'll see how it goes. And might take a little bit slow at the beginning, but we'll get up there.
All right, well, that's your point leader, David Day. David, good luck the rest of the night, and I'm sure we'll be catching up with you later on. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
All right, David Day coming in tonight, the point leader, also eligible for the Eliminator Championship, so we'll have to keep an eye on that number 5, and he's coming from the back, so that's no doubt going to be exciting.
Yeah, Dave's going to be excited. We nicknamed him Mr. Excitement here on DRTV. If that guy finds a way around the speedway, he's going to go to the top side, he's going to go to the bottom side, he's going to go through the middle. He makes those moves out on the track that no one else makes. So that's why we call him Mr. Excitement, David Day. And right now your current points leader, but there's a lot of hungry guys out there. I believe another guy that's real hungry is Rusty Little. Rusty Little right now holding the Challenger Series lead. We're trying to get him on the radio. Rusty Little, the current Challenger Series points leader. You're going to have to see what kind of strategy he has. Phil, do you have him on the radio?
Rusty Little, Phil LaCasse, DRTV, do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
Rusty coming in tonight, 5 wins this season in the Challenger Championship Series, coming in the point leader over Brian Hogue. What's your strategy going to be behind that 102 truck tonight?
Well, either I'm going to stay 1 truck in front of him or 1 truck behind him.
Well, that's a pretty sound strategy right there, my friend. It looks like you've had a pretty decent piece here throughout practice. Been watching all you guys go around here the last 45 minutes or so, and it looks like you qualified rolling off 12th tonight, so that's mid-pack. What do you think it's going to be like out there? Are we going to see a draft come into play? Are you going to be guys stuck in a pack all night? You think these guys are going to weed out, maybe get single file and work that 102 up to the front?
Oh, definitely going to be a draft issue at Michigan Speedway. They'll probably go single file within 2 or 3 laps of the start. Just try and stay in the draft lead group. Hopefully get some green flag pit stops to separate everybody and save some gas and try and make it to the end.
Well, that's Rusty Little. Todd comes in tonight, the Challenger Series point leader, looking for super win number 6 this evening in this BareBones Racing Series.
A lot going on here this evening, Phil. A lot of championships to be decided. 14 points for the top 4 in the BareBones series, and then there's also only the top 2 can get the Challenger Series. So there's going to be a lot of things we're going to have to keep everybody down in YouTube land posted on here this evening. Cannot wait for this race to get ready to rock and roll around the Michigan International Speedway. I'm thinking we're getting ready to go to a commercial break, and then we're going to bring back your starting lineup for the Michigan International Speedway.
NRT Game Servers is your best option for your gaming development needs. State-of-the-art technology combined with some of the best voice talent and software out there, NRT gives a quality gaming experience. Dedicated to their craft, NRT provides quality product and services. Contact NRT Game Servers today at 828-212-4040 or at www.nrtservers.com today for a quality gaming experience.
And we welcome you back to the Michigan International Speedway Championship Week over here at RTG. And tonight it kicks off with the BareBones Racing Series. It's their truck series they do here every Monday night over here at RTG. An awesome series. You know, Todd and myself, we've run the majority of the balance of the series over here. And we look forward to the showcasing everything this series has been about all season long here tonight live on DRTV. We're about to get this thing out onto the grid, but real quick, I'm going to throw it down to the booth to Rich just for one quick plug of a couple last-minute sponsors we'd like to thank.
Yeah, most definitely, guys. Let me get over here, flipped around to the right place. And first thing we want to give a hats off to RTG once again, rollingthundergaming.com. They are the ones that are hosting this show tonight here for the first of RTG week with DRTV. Going to also discuss BareBones Racing. This is their season finale tonight. BareBones Racing is one of the leagues that run out of the RTG house, also running out of Rolling Thunder Racing. And they're also, you know, obviously the league for BareBones Racing tonight. We also want to give hats off to NRT Game Servers. Dave over at NRT Game Servers will take care of you as far as any server needs, whether it's website or game servers. Check him out. Awesome customer service. Get in touch with NRT Servers. Then, of course, DRTV, Sim Racing Television. None of this wouldn't be possible without us putting these shows on for these guys, and we sure do appreciate them bringing us on board to do this for them. So you're looking to get more information from DRTV, go to drlracing.com, the home of DRTV. Back up to you guys.
All right. Well, Todd, the trucks are on the grid. We're about to get the command to fire engines. There it is. Let's start it down to you, Todd. Let's get straight into the starting lineup.
And now your starting lineup for the BareBones Racing season finale. Starting on the pole, the Monster Energy Chevrolet, driving the number 04 out of Louisville, Kentucky. That's Jeremy Jeffries. And outside of him is the number 038 out of Ontario, Canada, Stevie Nelson.
Inside row number 2, we find our Challenger Series point leader. That is the Miller Genuine Draft Ford of Rusty Little in the 102. On the outside of number 2, in truck number 6, that's Zach Freemount.
Next row back, starting in that 5th starting position, that's the number 39, that's Josh Metallic and his dancing partner to the outside. Another familiar face to DRTV, the 103 of Carson Crins.
Dave Melson's going to roll off from 7th position tonight in truck number 13. On the outside of row number 4, in the number 20, that's Wiley Coyote.
Starting on the inside of row number 5 in that 9th starting position, that's the high side hustler, the 303, Martin Karch, and outside of him is the number 80, that's Jeff Corello.
Tim Knopsker is going to roll off from 11th spot tonight in truck number 088, and outside of row number 6, coming in second tonight in the Challenger Series standings, that's the 41 of Brian Hogue.
Starting 13th on the grid, that's the number 15, that's Sean Kerrigan, and outside of him is the number 7, that's Cy Jones.
David Day is going to roll off tonight from position number 15 in truck number 5, and on the outside of row number 8, 16th starter, that's 00, that's Jason Scheck.
Next row back, that's the 196, that's Stevie Minson. Outside of him is Sean Prime and Marcio Bedoya. And that number 68 starts shotgun on the field. We're getting ready to go back to going to green flag racing for the first time here this evening. The 4 of Jeremy Jeffries and Stevie Melson going to lead them down to get the green flag. The loud pedal is down, the green flag's in the air. These guys are pretty much equal start here on the beginning, but now Jeremy Jeffries edges to the front.
The 04 out to the race lead as a hit turn number 1 for the first time. We have 80 circuits around the Michigan International Speedway tonight that make up this BareBones Series championship finale here tonight. Jeffries leading down the back straightaway. Rusty Little breaking away in tow in that 2nd spot. The first race of the night is for 3rd between Stevie Melson up high and Zach Freemount down low off turn 4.
Melson has the 3rd position, but Freemount wants it. Freemount going to be able to move into that 3rd spot, drop kick the 38 almost. Here comes Josh Metallic down to the inside. He's going to put the number 038 to the 5th spot, it looks like there, but he's battling back on the high side, trying to rail top side right now. He's all by himself. Melson all by himself up top of the speedway with Josh Metallic now battling him for that 4th spot.
Metallic's down low, Melson up high in that 038. That is the battle for the 4th spot down the back straight into turn 3. Melson's going to gain that advantage. He's going to turn the assault to Rusty Little as they hit turn 3.
Yeah, it looks like Zach Freemount in that number 6 machine right now, pulling ahead, trying to grab the 102 machine of Rusty Little. Freemount working over the bottom side. He has drafting help from the 9 of Josh Metallic. Right now, looks like the 038 machine trying to get back onto the top side of the speedway. Melson trying to get back up towards the front. Here comes the 303 of the high side hustler, Martin Karch. Now there's a battle between Little and Freemount for that 2nd spot.
Fremont looking down low underneath Rusty Little. Can't quite make that move work. Now Rusty Little's going to bring to the low side. He's going to try to find room around Jeremy Jeffries off turn 4. Can't quite do that. He'll slide up the racetrack. He'll open the door for Zach Fremont down the front straightaway.
Fremont not quite the run that he wanted in that number 6 machine, but here comes the 102. Rusty Little back down to the inside of the 04 of Jeremy Jeffries. Little had an amazing run on Jeffries, put Little to the lead.
You can see the play of the draft off of these high-speed corners here at the Michigan International Speedway. Rusty Little now breaking out into the race lead on lap number 4. The battle is now for the second spot down the backstretch and into turn number 3. The Monster Energy Chevrolet of Jeremy Jeffries up high. Zach Fremont down low in the 6th. Looks like he may just be having a little bit of corner warp there, Todd. He'll have that all sorted out side by side for second off turn 4.
Still side by side down the front straightaway here. Fremont down on the bottom side. Jeffries has some help from the number 39 of Josh Metallic. Fremont all by himself on the bottom side. Most of the corner work. The guys wanted to back out and not be behind Fremont, but Fremont going to try to capitalize on the bottom side. Still wrestling that spot away from the number 4 of Jeremy Jeffries.
Side by side for second, side by side for about the entire top half dozen or so. Back to about 15th on back. These guys are still too wide for third on back. All chasing race leader Rusty Little in the 102. Jeremy Jeffries there in tow, riding along in the tire tracks off turn number 4. They're going to put lap 6 of 80 up on the board. The race for third, Todd, still on as they hit turn 1.
Yeah, now here comes the number 6 of Zach Fremont. Fremont drop kick back to the 4th position, but Fremont trying to work back down to the bottom side. Fremont now back side by side with Josh Metallic down the back straightaway.
Metallics in that low side in that Caterpillar snap-on tool Chevrolet. Stevie Nelson's on the outside in that green and white number 038. He's now going to be the first truck up high. Is there single file through the top 4? That's the battle for 5th, Todd, off turn 4.
And Tim Nosker in that 088 machine trying to work over the number 038. That is Stevie Melson. Melson right now has that position, that 5th position, but the 088 Nosker trying to work him over. He slips up the speedway. Here comes Sean Prime. Prime down to the inside. That's a battle for the 6th position. We're 3 wide.
3 wide for 6th on back. Also racing up for the 2nd spot. Josh Metallic just found his way around Jeremy Jeffries on 04. And Jeremy now, he'll pull that slingshot move off of turn 2. Down the backstretch into turn 3. He's going to put that Chevrolet down to the low side of Josh Metallic. Side by side for second as they exit turn 4.
Jeffries working over the bottom side of the speedway. Metallic all by himself in that number 39 machine. Here comes Fremont. Fremont sees that door wide open. He's going to capitalize on the 39 of Metallic being on the top side. He gets the use of the number 04 of Jeremy Jeffries draft. He moves into third. Here comes David Melson. Stevie Melson to the bottom side of the speedway in that 038. Now trying to work over the 39 of Josh Metallic. Sean Prime now into the mix.
Sean Prime is also right there, as you said, in that white and black number 015. He's riding around. It's currently last time by was scored in the 5th position. He's going to work his way around the outside of Stevie Melson. He's going to make that assault now for 4th on Josh Metallic. They're going to put lap number 9 up on the board this time by. That's the race for 4th. Now the race for the lead time as they hit turn 1.
Yeah, battle for the lead. Jeffries got a nice draft from the 102. Now Jeffries down on the bottom side with the help of Josh Metallic. Fremont is helping the 102 of Rusty Little. Right now the bottom side seeming to prevail with the 39 of Josh Metallic now side by side with the 102 of Rusty Little down the back straightaway.
Now, Todd, I think you hit the nail right on the head here as we're going to approach lap 10 this time by. The bottom side clearly looks to have that advantage coming off the turns, but it looks like the preferred way around here, if you're up front, if you're Rusty Little, if you're Jeremy Jeffries, you want to use all that racetrack now off of turn number 2 and turn number 4, slide up to the high lane and make that big run off the turns to make that big push down the straightaway. But now as you look further back in the pack, we get a 3 wide race for about 4th on back. Sean Prime, Todd, is trying to mix it up 3 wide. He'll think better of that as they exit turn 2.
Yeah, Prime momentarily stuck it up the middle. He backed out of it. He did not want to get his number 15 as he wanted to get the 15 into the points race. He wants to make sure he gets all the points that he can because he is 14 points back of David Day. Day right now mired in that 7th position. Day has made some pretty aggressive moves trying to get up through the field. Mr. Excitement, David Day, now up to 7th in that number 5 machine. Now Prime trying to stay in front of him. Prime now working with Fremont. Trying to take over the fourth spot from the 04 of Jeremy Jeffries. It looks like the number 5 of David Day now up to the 5th spot in that number 5.
Yeah, he has that too slow graphics. Dodge really rolling that number 5 tonight because David Day using the low side to make some moves. Now to the high side, he's alongside Sean Prime. That's the battle for 6th. They look to be side by side up now to the front for the race lead, Todd. Looks like it is Josh Metallic now going up for the race lead. Jeremy Jeffries alongside.
Here comes Mr. Excitement David Day, 3 wide down the front straightaway with Sean Prime and Metallic all the way up on the top side of the speedway. David Day to make it 3 wide. Day makes some pretty aggressive moves in that 05 machine, the number 5 machine. Day now to the 2nd spot with Sean Prime right there in his tire tracks, almost kissing his rear bumper, coming down the back straightaway. Now Josh Metallic trying to fight back on the top side of the speedway, trying to get back alongside the number 5 of David Day.
David Day down low, Josh Metallic up high, Sean Prime right behind them in the tire tracks. That's racing for the 3rd spot as they exit turn number 4. 13 laps of the 80 will go on the board this time around. Zach Freeman in that number 6 is your race leader, followed by David Day, Sean Prime, Josh Metallic, Stevie Vincent now in the 196, Todd. He's brought that thing from deep in the field, and we'll have to keep an eye on that Stevie Vincent machine. He's always one of the players here at a big track like a Michigan.
Yeah, Stevie Minson, another pretty big player here. Even at Michigan International Speedway, Minson usually can save his stuff in that 196 machine, and he usually marches to the front. But the 05 or the 5 of David Day now to the rear bumper of the number 6 of Zach Freeman. He's trying to look for a way around Freeman to get his first lead of the race, trying to get one of them bonus points in that number 5 machine, trying to get more points on the 15 of Sean Prime. Metallic in line also right behind Prime. Now Metallic jumps out of line, trying to get around the number 015 of Sean Prime. Here comes David Day. Now there's a battle for the lead as Day dives low of the number 6 of Zach Freeman. They're side by side.
Side by side for the race lead. Todd, who would have known it, from 15th, maybe now up to the race lead in less than 15 laps. It's Mr. Excitement David Day in that number 5 on the low side. Zach Freeman in the number 6. He's to the outside. Still side by side for 3rd beyond. Josh Metallic's going to clear Sean Prime. They're going to turn their attention to the race lead, which is now David Day as they exit turn 4.
Yeah, David Day continues to lead with Zach Freeman running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Josh Metallic. Sean Prime in that 015 machine. He's running 4th. Here comes Josh Metallic down to the inside of Freeman one more time. Down on the bottom side, he has help from Prime.
Prime pushing down low behind the Metallic machine. Maybe now 3 wide on the backstretch. The 015 peaks that in the middle. He's going to think better of that action as they head toward turn 3. He's going to pull now alongside that 39 machine. Josh now creeps forward, side by side for 2nd on back, but all chasing race leader David Day off of turn 4.
Freeman still trying to hold on to that 2nd spot with Josh Metallic down low in that number 39 machine. David Day looking in his rearview mirror, seeing these guys race side by side, and he's got to have a smile, a grin, ear to ear in that number 5 machine here early on in the going, watching these guys fight side by side because they know he's going to have to be able to save his tires a little bit more than these guys trying to rush around and trying to get to the front. They're putting a hurting on their tires coming down the back straightaway. The number 39 of Josh Metallic down on the bottom side once again, but it's not prevailing this time. It's the top side now of Sean Prime goes into that 3rd spot in the 015 machine.
Now, Todd, now you've won a race in this series this year, being in the Challenger Series. You're a veteran of these big speedways like in Michigan. Now you're going to think here, we're past 15 laps, 17 on the board this time by. I believe the fuel window tonight was about 24, 25 laps, maybe in that generous range, but somewhere around lap 23 to 25, you expect to see these guys onto pit lane under the green flag. Now, if you're one of these guys, if, say you're Sean Prime, if you're Josh Metallic, who we've seen fall back in the line, how much do you think you're burning up your tires running that low lane, and do you have to maybe think about falling back in line and saving your tires to make a full fuel run?
I think you're burning up your tires a little bit when you're coming down onto the bottom side because you're really carrying a lot of momentum here at the Michigan International Speedway. But I don't think it's going to be a huge difference. I think you're going to have to take at least 2 tires on this pit stop. Some of these guys are going to have to take 4 tires. As now you see the 015 of Sean Prime making a move around Zach Freeman. That's a battle for the 2nd spot. Josh Metallic right there and Jeremy Jeffries. That's your top 5. So these guys all grouped together. David Day still looking in his mirror, seeing these guys fight side by side. Day now has the courtesy to try to be able to save some of his tires as these guys are really running pretty hard.
They are running tooth and nail from third on back. The lead pack is 14 trucks strong. Back to the 103 of Carson Krenz, who's currently 1.6 seconds off the race lead. Back in that 14th position. That 1.7 with that top 14 Todd all in tow. All chasing race leader David Day. 19 laps up on the board, so you're going to be thinking we're probably about 3 or 4 laps away from the first round of green flag pit stops. I know Rich is down there in the booth. He has his DRTV punt cam ready. We'll give you all the looks here, see if all these guys maybe get onto pit road clean as we're approaching those green flag stops in probably about 3 laps, is my guesstimation here. David Day is now out in the race lead. Zach Freemow is riding around in his tire tracks in that number 2 spot. They'll put 20 on the board. We're 1/4 of the way home, Todd, as I hit turn 1.
You're going to have to see some of these guys start getting single file. This pit stops is coming up here momentarily. I wouldn't think that these guys are going to come down double file down to pit road, but I've seen them do it and be successful here at the
So as we hit the 1/4 mark here, just shy of pit stops, let's see if we can't do a quick full field rundown as they exit turn 4. Your race leader this time by will be the number 5 of David Day, followed by Sean Prime, Zach Freemow, Josh Metallic, and Jeremy Jeffries. That is your current top 5. 6 through 10, we find Stevie Melson, Jeff Carvello, Stevie Minson, Sean Kerrigan, Tim Nosker. That's your top 10. Brian Hogue's 11th, the High Side Hustler, Martin Karch is 12th. Rusty Little's 13th, Carson Krenz 14th, Jason Scheck, he's out there in the 15th position in that number 00 truck. 16th is Dave Melson, Cy Jones is 17th. Believe he may have just fallen a lap down. I think he's right around the race lead. You may see him there in your view on your screen. 18th is Marcio Bedoya. I think he may have had connection issues and able to get back into the race. He's 2 laps down. And rounding out the field is the number 20 of Wiley. In that 20 and 19 truck field took the green flag, all chasing David Day, Todd, as they hit turn number 1.
Yeah, David Day in that number 5 machine and Zach Freemow kind of distancing himself from the pack as the 038 of Stevie Melson starting to make a move into that 3rd spot. Stevie Melson getting around the 39 of Josh Metallic. Looks like Stevie Minson also right there in tow, trying to get around Metallic. So these guys are grouped together here in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th position. They're just looking for ways to get around as Zach Freemow and David Day starting to check out on the field.
One guy I've been keeping an eye on in this lead pack who started to come forward. Remember the old Skull Bandit? Well, on the screen you'll find the number 15 of Sean Kerrigan in that white and green Skull Bandit. Also looking tank out there in that number 15. Sean last time by was scored in the 6th position, having a great one out there tonight. As believe, Todd, that pit road may have had a little activity last time by.
Yeah, Carson Critten's in that 103 machine now pulling to the 8 of his pit crew. Looks like these tires go on the 103 machine. Right side tires on the number 103 machine of Carson Critten's. Let's see if they're going to go with a 4-tire pit stop. And they're going to indeed go with a 4-tire pit stop on pit road with the 103 of Carson Critten's. He's down and away.
I was down in the Sean Prime pit. Looks like it was a 4-tire change there on that Chevrolet. 4 tires for Sean Prime. Down the way, back on the racetrack.
Jeffries coming down pit road. A long way for Jeremy Jeffries to come down pit road because he was your pole sitter, that Monster Energy Chevrolet. The driver number 04 machine, Jeremy Jeffries, now coming down to the 8 of his pit crew. He slides into his pit stall, has to back up there just momentarily. Right side tires now going on the Monster Energy Chevrolet. Looks like the Jackman going around to the left side of that 04 machine. It's going to be 4 tires, the way of the land here for the 04.
4 tires also for the Rusty Little machine, that Miller Genuine Draft Ford. Got that thing full of fuel, 4 tires on. The 102 is down the way.
On the number 303 of the high side of Karch, he was mired in the middle of the pack. Let's see what Martin Karch does. This is where you might start seeing some of the strategy from some of these drivers getting 2 tires and making a call that aggressive here early on in the going at the Michigan International Speedway. Now Karch pulls into his pit stall, the high side Hustler. Right side tires going on the 303 machine. Looks like the Jackman is still struggling there just a little bit. He drops the jack. Looks like he's going to go around to the left side also. It looks like 4 tires for the 303 of Martin Karch, and he's down and away.
4 tires for the David Day machine. He's got the 2 slow graphics Dodge on and off pit road. Also 4 tires on the Zach Freemow machine. Racing is Todd looking down the way. We're going to keep an eye on the pit lane for the 196 of Stevie Minson.
Yeah, looking for the 196 of Stevie Minson on our charts here. Minson still out on the speedway, driving around. Can't think he can stay out there too much longer. Looks like he's shaking his truck down the back straightaway. The 196 of Stevie Minson must be pretty close to a pit stop here in that number 196 machine.
Yeah, I believe he is, and now you're going to see him pull off the banking in that 196. He was your race leader, getting it down hard on the brakes to 55 miles per hour down the long pit road here at the Michigan International Speedway. Stevie, your truck is still running, but you can obviously hear him playing with the throttle, trying to keep that thing alive. He'll pull down the attention of his crew. Right side tires up in the air for the 196. And I can't imagine it ain't going to be a 4-tire pit stop and get that thing full of fuel. The 196 right side service is done. Now around to the left side tires. Left side's in the air, waiting on the fuel. Left sides are down, revving the engine. Stevie Minson, Todd, down and away.
Yeah, that gives up the lead to the 088 of Tim Nosker. Nosker right now out there on the speedway. Last car, I believe, last truck not to make a pit stop on the speedway. He might have made an early pit stop, but I'm not sure on that 088 machine. Nope, he did make a pit stop as a storing and timing loop. He must have came down pit road. They were a little confused there, but Stevie Minson was down on pit road. I believe that's going to relinquish the lead back to David Day and Jeremy Jeffries, Zach Freemau, Sean Prime, and Sean Kerrigan should be your top 5 when we come back to the start-finish line this time by.
Well, we've seen that lead packless 14, and I think when this thing shuffles out, you're going to see it down to an even 10. It's going to be led by David Day and that number 5, Jeremy Jeffries, Zach Freemau, Sean Prime, and Sean Kerrigan should be your top 5. Josh Metalic's there 6th. Tim Nosker looks like he may shuffle out in the 7th spot. Steve Melson, good pit stop for him. He'll come out 8th. Rusty Little and Jeff Crivello, Todd, look like they're going to be the trucks on that tail end of that draft as they come off turn 4.
As the scoring and timing resets, Jeremy Jeffries, now your leader. Here comes Zach Freemau down to the inside in the 6. Here comes David Day, 3 wide. Day right down on the bottom, made some contact with Freemau. And that's a tough 3 wide there as the 05 of David Day tried to make a move there on the bottom side of the speedway. Now Freemau in that 2nd spot. 3rd now, the 015 of Sean Prime. 4th should be Sean Kerrigan. 5th now the number 5 of David Day.
David Day is going to fall back in line in that 5th position there. Contact between him and the Zach Freemau machine in that number 6. Both guys back up. Racing now is into turn number 1. And David Day is back on the charge, Todd. Down on the low side of Sean Kerrigan as they exit turn 2.
Yeah, he made that pass just real slick there in the number 5 machine. Used the draft. The number 15 of Sean Kerrigan. It looked like he had a parachute out back of his truck. Here comes David Day now down to the inside of Sean Prime. Prime fighting back in that 015 machine. Day trying to work him over on the bottom side.
Getting him work around the lap machine. Believe that may be the 7 of Cy Jones. The race leaders have come around. It is the 7 of Cy Jones. Prime has to fall back in the line. That's racing for the 3rd spot as they exit turn number 2. The race, Todd, now looks to be for the race lead between Jeremy Jeffries and Zach Freemau as they exit turn 2. But quick, I'm going to throw it down to Rich in the DRTV control booth. Rich,
yeah, guys, just as the number 5, David Day is going under the 15 of Prime. I heard over across the radio, Prime did get a little bit of damage. He got squeezed up between the car and the wall and decided to rub the wall instead of the car below him. They banged on it a little bit in the pits. These guys are running realistic damage, so he's thinking that he's going to be a little bit off speed. Not sure if he's going to have anything for these leaders race. So far, he's able to keep up. So realistic damage out here on the track tonight, guys, and every little bump and bang is going to hurt these guys.
And Todd, at a place like a Michigan, where the draft comes into play and speeds it next to 200 mile an hour, how much factor do you think that little bit of minimal damage on that 015 may be?
You might not be able to pull up to the driver in front of you as good as you would like. You're not going to be able to get a slingshot and get around the guy as fast as you would like either. So that minimal amount of damage is going to play a little bit of an effect, and it will play an effect later on in the going, I believe, when he's trying to pull out and pass some of these drivers. David Day now up to the 2nd spot. We see on the screen Day back to that 5th spot. Now he's challenging the 6 of Zach Freemau. He looked high there momentarily. Jeremy Jeffries running that 3rd spot, watching David Day. I think he might go with David Day when Day makes a pass.
Well, we'll see if it happens this time as they hit turn number 3. Zach Freemau is going to bring that thing to the low side. David Day is going to follow suit in that number 5. It's Jeremy Jeffries in the 04, Todd, who looked to maybe peak on a line entering turn number 3. He's going to have to fall back into the tire tracks in a single file way as they exit turn number 4, drafting the way of the land here tonight at the Michigan International Speedway. Their BareBones Series race finale here tonight. It's championship week here at RTG. 3 different champions to crown here tonight. David Day in the number 5. He comes in tonight as your overall points leader of the BareBones Racing Series. And also they have the Challenger Series, a series within a series, if you may. Rusty Little is your leader in the 102 in that series. And also a third championship, an Eliminator type championship. 3 drivers eligible tonight, that being David Day in the number 5, the 038 of Steve Melson, and the 015 of Sean Prime. So far, Todd, David Day doing all he's got to do tonight to claim 2 championships as he's out there in the race lead as they hit turn 1.
Yeah, David Day right there in that first spot. Zach Freeman in the number 6. He is running in that second spot. Freeman 14 points back of David Day. Freeman trying to get around David Day and hoping David Day may have some type of an issue because Freeman is 14 points back and would like to get this championship. Also Sean Prime and Stevie Melson also mired in the top 10 there. So these guys in the top 4 in points, they were separated by 14 points, doing everything they can to try to track down David Day, but Day doing everything that he possibly can to stay in front of these guys. So we're going to have to see what shakes out as the number 39 of Josh Metallic now peeks down to the inside of the number 6 of Zach Freeman. They're side by side, Phil.
Side by side as they go through turns number 1 and 2. Freeman's up high in the number 6. Metallic down low in that number 39. Looks like Freeman in the 6 is going to have that big run off the high side as they exit turn 2 and down that long back straightaway. And now as we look behind of that Metallic machine, here comes Tim Nosker, Todd, in that 088. He's peaking down low to the low side off of turn 4.
Yeah, Tim Nosker is coming from pretty deep in the field in that 088 machine. Going to have to check to see where Nosker came from. It might have been even the middle of the pack. The lead draft now up to 10. Here comes Josh Metallic down to the inside of Zach Freeman one more time. David Day leaves Freeman all by himself and helps the number 39 of Josh Metallic. Metallic looks like he got a wee bit loose coming out of the corner. That's going to allow Freeman to capitalize and still stay in that second spot on the top side.
Now, Todd, how much do you think an aero loose condition would play? If you're just seeing Josh pull down low in the 39, maybe break a little loose in that low side. Is that maybe a factor to these guys running in the high lane and him being all by himself in that low side?
I don't know. It looks like right now here at the Michigan International Speedway, the top group has a little bit more grip than the bottom, and you're pushing the car down into the bottom at almost over 200 miles per hour. Here comes Metallic. He's going to try to make a twofer deal here on the beginning, trying to get around David Day. Now he got around Freeman, 2 for 1 down the back straightaway, trying to get David Day.
Trying to get to David Day, but cannot complete the pass of the Zach Freeman machine. Zach pulled the Ford up high in that number 6. And now David Day, the race leader, he's going to break the draft to the low side. It's going to stack them back side by side and now allow the 39 of Josh Metallic to gain second spot as they exit turn 4.
Tim Nosker in the 088 machine following in Josh Metallic's tire tracks. Freeman all by himself up top, but he's been able to maintain up on the top side yet so far. In that number 6 machine, Freeman now going to drop back to the 4th position, but battling with Tim Nosker once again as he pulls alongside of him. You can stay in the gas quite a bit longer on the top side and hold that momentum, and Freeman is proving that Nosker right now on the bottom side has a parachute out the back side of his truck.
Absolutely a parachute as Jeremy Jeffries able to pull alongside of the Nosker machine down the back straightaway. Low side looks to have the advantage on corner entry, but as corner exit comes about, looks like that run, as you said, able to stay in that throttle pedal just a little longer in that outside lane. Able to wind these guys up. That's going to allow the Jeffries machine to now pull back up high of Nosker exiting the corner. But now you see Tim get that big run as they enter the corner. Looks like he's going to be able to complete the pass as they come off of turn number 2. Put the 088 Todd up to 4th.
Yeah, 088 of Tim Nosker to 4th. It looks like the number 4 of Jeremy Jeffries running in that 5th spot. Sean Kerrigan in a battle. Right now, Kerrigan is running 6th. He's in a heavy battle with the 038 of Stevie Melson. Melson running on the top side of the speedway as Sean Kerrigan trying to battle back on the low side in the number 15 machine. Kerrigan not going to be able to hold on as it looks like the 038 is going to be able to complete the pass around Kerrigan. Put the 038 of Stevie Melson into the 6th spot.
Yeah, Stevie Melson, one of them guys that's in contention for this championship here tonight. Currently in that 6th spot, all chasing race leader David Day down the back straightaway. And a 3-wide battle now for that 2nd spot. Tim Nofsker down low. Zach Freeman in the middle. Josh Metallic up high. 3-wide, Todd to turn 3.
Freeman, the meet in between the sandwich. The number 6 of Freeman looks like the number 38 of Josh Metallic going to back out there on the high side. He's going to use that momentum coming down from the top side to follow the 088 of Tim Nosker on the bottom side. Nosker locked in a battle with Zach Freeman for that 2nd spot as they go into corner number 1.
Now look, don't look now, but who's filled that spot in that high lane where Josh Metallic vacated? It's the 038 of Stevie Melson. He's going to work his way among the ranks of the top 5. Side by side for 4th down the backstretch. Now a battle for 2nd, Todd, as they hit turn 3.
Yeah, battle continues to be hot and heavy amongst these top 5, top 6 guys as their positions are changing lap after lap after lap. Zach Freeman right now running in that 2nd spot, trying to pull away from the 088 of Tim Nosker. Josh Metallic right there in his tire tracks. Jeffries trying to work over the bottom side, trying to get around one of these top 4. But Jeffries is in a battle of his own with the 038 of Stevie Melson, trying to peek his way back into the top 5.
Trying to peek his way into that top 5, as you said, as we're 42 laps here. We're past halfway already. Past halfway, 42 of 80 up on the board. The race leader is David Day. Zach Freeman is 2nd. Tim Nofsker, Josh Metallic, Jeremy Jeffries, your top 5. 6 through 10, Steve Melson, Sean Kerrigan, Stevie Minson, Sean Prime, and Jeff Crivillo. But Todd, well, just to update a developing story from just a little bit ago, we touched upon Sean Prime, that number 015, currently in that 9th spot. Had a little bit of front end damage there on pit road. They had to repair, and it looks like maybe now that truck is no worse for wear, as it looks like it may have lost touch with that lead group. Top 8 trucks have broken away as they exit turn 2.
Yeah, them top trucks have broken away, but here comes a battle for the lead as we're talking about that. Tim Nosker now on the bottom side trying to get around Mr. Excitement, David Day. He's got help from the number 39 of Josh Metallic. Jeffries up high with the number 5 of David Day. But right now they're side by side, door handle to door handle, imaginary door handle to door handle, as the number 088 of Tim Nosker just barely edging out David Day to the line that time by.
Side by side for the top 8 positions here in this BareBones Series season finale, championship night, championship week over here at RTG. Chasing now the race leader, Tim Nofsker, off turn number 2, 44 laps up on the board. And Todd, if my math is correct, we saw action on pit road commence right around lap 23 on that last run. So if my math is right, we may see pit road open here in just about a lap or so. Very interesting strategy plays. Now, if you look amongst these leaders in that top 8, you know, if you're any of these guys in the top 8, say you're Sean Kerrigan out there in the 15 having an awesome run. I mean, obviously you have to hit your marks getting on the pit road here again. We've seen these guys do it before. But, I mean, if you're out there in that number 15, are you coming down knowing you're going to take two full cans of fuel? Or are you going to take 4 tires? Are you going to gamble to take 2 tires? Or are you really going to roll the dice and take no tires?
I don't think you're going to actually take no tires, because that's going to be tough. I think 2 tires might be the call. 2 tires, I think you can actually hatch away with 2 tires, but the way it's been going green flag here, Phil, 2 tires may hurt you in the long run. 4 tires seems to be the way of the land around here right now. David Day took the lead back from Tim Nosker in that 088 machine now. Going low, trying to break the draft of these guys behind him. But Freeman has an amazing run on the bottom side. That's going to propel Freeman in that number 6 machine to that 2nd spot.
Freeman going to get up to that 2nd position here, as we're going to keep an eye on pit road as the trucks make their way through turns number 3 and 4. David Day out there with the race lead. We'll see if he'll be the Pied Piper to bring these things to pit road. Zach Freeman now riding around in that 2nd spot. Tim Nofsker, Josh Metallic, Stevie Melson. They're side by side for 4th off turn 4. Not sure, Todd, that we see any action on the pit lane.
Only person that I see coming down to pit road is the 103 of Carson Krenz. He's getting ready to come down pit road. I believe he might be, and he is right now. The 103 of Carson Krenz coming down pit road. Hot hot and heavy down on pit road with that 103 machine. We called him last time the 103 of Carson Krins, running outside the top 15 right now. He actually was inside the top 15, but with his pit stop, he is now outside the top 15. Carson Krins coming down. I think he would take 4 tires in the 103, but he could be a gambling man and take 2 tires in that 103. We're going to have to see right side tires going in on the machine of the Carson Krins. Looks like the Jackman has that down and going to the left side. Carson Krins in the 103 being safe and having that safe call and that safety net with 4 fresh tires in the 103.
There was 4 tires on the number 15 of Sean Prime, the 015. 4 tires the way to land here. Now looking onto pit road, I believe Rusty Little has found the pit lane in the 102. Also looking for the 5 of David Day. I believe maybe come the pit road this time by. They're coming off of turn number 4. Looks like they're letting on a throttle pedal. Looks like race leader Todd David Day. He's going to come off the banking here off turn 4.
Yeah, I got David Day hot and heavy, hard onto the brakes, and Mr. Excitement, David Day, blowing himself down on pit road. David Day coming down to the attention of his pit crew. He's coming down real slow, and I'm sure David Day, from 200 miles an hour to 55 miles an hour, David Day really slow down there. Right side tires going on. That number 5 machine is David Day trying to work over. See, I'm going to expect he's going to get 4 tires. Jackman coming around, 4 tire pit stop for the number 5 of David Day. 4 tires up and down pit road is the call so far, Phil. I have not seen no 2 tire or no tire pit stops.
I got no 2 tire stops. It's also 4 tires on the 13 of Steve Melson. Race leaders coming on the pit road now. That's Tim Nosker, the 088, Josh Metallica, 39. Those trucks barreling off the banking, as well as the 15 of Sean Kerrigan. I'll take a look in the Tim Nosker pit in that 088 as he pulls down to attention of his crew. Right side tires going in the air on the 088 of Tim Nosker. Also the 39 Josh Metallic on pit road. Right side tires in the air of that Caterpillar Chevrolet. Now it looks like over to the left side, 4 tires to Tim Nosker, 4 tires for Josh Metallic, Todd on this side of pit road.
Yeah, I'm down in the 038 of Stevie Mellison, driver out of Ontario, Canada. It looks like 4 tires going to be the call for the 038 machine. He is down and away in the 038. Looks like Metallic going to win the race off of pit road.
Metallic's going to win the race with that group off of pit road. We'll have to let timing and scoring catch up, but up and down the pit lane, I'm not seeing anything but 4 tires and full of fuel. I believe the last one we need to... The last one now we're awaiting for the pit lane, just like last time, is that 196 of Stevie Minson. We got less than 30 laps to go, 51 up on the board. Stevie was one of the last ones to pit last time around. We'll see if maybe he doesn't make a splash onto the pit lane this time by, as he's currently scored the race lead. Nope, still up in traffic. Todd, question here. We're going to have 28 laps to go. We said the pit window was around 24 to 25. Well, Stevie Minson is bucking the trend of 26 to maybe 27 on fuel. Do you possibly think Stevie Minson maybe can make this a fuel mileage race? I see him on the speedway, on and off the gas pedal, trying to keep that thing running. You got to assume he's coming to pit road this time.
Yeah, he's got to be coming to pit road. 196, he's right there with his fuel window. He about ran out of gas last time in that 196 of Stevie Melson, but I think he is going to try to make this a field mileage race. Michigan International Speedway, known as a field mileage track, just like California. The 196 of Stevie Melson, not this time by coming down. He is still out there on the racetrack.
The race leader is Stevie Minson in that 196. Believe we had a penalty there on the 088 of Tim Nosker. He had to bring it back down pit road a second time, but we're all eyes on the speedway onto race leader, the 196 of Stevie Minson. Can't imagine, Todd, he's not hard on the clutch, you know, saving all the fuel he can. 26 laps to go this time by. I believe that 196, Todd, is on the banking, and now he's going to come off the pit lane. Punt cam shows him the 196 race leader, Todd, on pit road, which could be for the final time.
Yeah, Stevie Melson's doing everything he can to save every ounce of fuel he has got. He's been clutching it around the corners, and you can see he was clutching it and letting it go. Stevie Minson down there on pit road in that 196 machine, right side tires going on the 196 machines. It looks like left side tires going on the 196 of Stevie Minson. Minson now down and away in that 196 machine. I think this is going to be the final time for that 196, Phil.
An incredible strategy play by Stevie Minson. Maybe, Todd, can he make this one pit stop shorter than everybody else? He's got to be in his window now. He made that fifth 26 and 26 stretch, 26 laps to go. Todd, if I'm a betting man, my money's on that 196. If this thing stays green, he's going to bring it home in victory lane tonight. One guy out on the speedway off the pace out there, but still looks like he's got a big battle in that second group is Sean Prime in the 015th, currently 7th last time by. I believe we have Sean on the radio. Sean out there hot and heavy, contesting the draft all night long. How was that 015?
The 015's got some damage, but man, coming through from last to almost first there on that first run, that was fun as heck, guys. This is what racing is all about. We got tires heated up and caught the wall in some heavy traffic, but it was worth it. You know, I'm not focused on my own racing here tonight. I'm here all about these guys in the BareBones Racing Series.
Now, we'll touch on that in just a second here, Sean, as I know Todd and I have turned many laps in this series this season. But first of all, my question's got to be, if this thing stays green, guys like Stevie Minson out there in the 196 playing fuel strategy. Looks like he's played this car's 26 and 26, and he came in with just 26 laps to go. I can't, you know, if you're a betting man, do you think Stevie Minson can make it on one less pit stop than everybody else?
Well, heck, I've never bet against Stevie. Lord knows he and I have had a blast racing together. That's a tall order, I got to tell you. I had to do a lot of clutching to try to get close to on sync because I pitted way early to try to get the damage fixed. No luck. You know, he won't be racing hard against anybody, that's for sure. But if I know Stevie, he could probably squeeze 26 out of it without a caution. But, you know, we shall see. It'll be the right strategy for sure. But you guys should be having a great show.
It's been phenomenal racing so far. Probably our first in-car driver interview under a green flag run, Sean, out there in the 7th position in that 015. Got in your hands full. You got Jeff Carvello around you, Sean Kerrigan, Rusty Little, and quite the pack out there. Hot and heavy racing for the 6th position. But I got to ask you, while I got here under the green flag conditions, you know, this series, the BareBones Racing Series on Monday nights at RTG, it's been an awesome series all season long, side-by-side racing week after week, the best of the best. I know you're tickled to death being the head admin in charge here Monday nights, and I commend you on an awesome job. And, you know, tell us about this series. It's been fantastic.
Well, first of all, don't commend me. I'll never take credit for a thing. These drivers, it's all about them. They have made this series so much fun, and they've grown so much in a year. We're just having a ball racing it up on Mondays. We race everything. Heck, we raced road courses. We raced dirt this season. We've kind of followed the truck schedule. Took it to Eldora, but, you know, we'll mix in some fun tracks now and then. But I wouldn't, you know, I'll race with these guys anywhere, anytime. They really make it fun. It's best thing out there in my mind, you know. And I just waved to Stevie, by the way, when we went by. I'm working on Jeff here, see what we can do.
All right, well, we're going to throw you back into the race channel, Sean, but you're up there battling for 5th. Good luck the rest of the night. We'll keep you here a little later on. 20 laps to go.
Hey, guys, I hope you have a great broadcast. Enjoy it. Again, thanks for doing the broadcast, Rich, Todd, Phil. It's our honor to have you here. Hopefully our honor to put on a great show for you. And keep an eye on those guys up there. They're going to give you one heck of a show.
Well, they sure are, Sean. And Todd, we turn our attention now to the front of the field here with 20 laps to go. David Day with the race lead, Zach Freeman, Josh Metallic, and now the lead pack, Todd, is down to 4 as Stevie Melson's riding along in the tire tracks in that 4th spot. We've whittled it down now from 10 trucks to 4 to set the stage here tonight. 20 laps to go as a hit start finish line.
20 laps to go in a full field rundown. Now trying to make a pass on Zach Freeman, but a full field rundown as they're running out there on the speedway here for the Michigan International Speedway. David Day, your current race leader. Zach Freeman running in that 2nd spot. Josh Metallic 3rd. Stevie Melson, that is your lead pack in that 038 machine. Jeff Carvello 14 seconds back with the number 15 of Sean Kerrigan. He's 6th. The 7th position is the 102 of Rusty Little. 8th is the 015 of Sean Prime, who we just got off the radio with. First in-car interview when they were live green flag racing. First here on DRTV. 9th right now, the 196 of Stevie Minson. 10th, the 41 of Brian Hogue. Hogue was one of the guys that were battling for that Challenger Series championship. Rusty Little, 7 spots, well, 3 spots ahead of him is the number 102 over the 41 of Brian Hogue. 11th is the high-side hustler, Mark Karch in that 303 machine. Carson Krins in the 103, running 12th. Tim Noshker now way back to that 13th position. He was inside the top 5. May have got caught speeding coming down pit road. The number 00 of Jason Scheck running 14th. The 13 of Dave Nelson running 15th. 16th is the 04 of Jeremy Jeffries, 1 lap down. That's interesting for Jeremy Jeffries. Bendoya in that number 68 machine. He had some production issues. He's 17th. 18th is Cy Jones, and 19th is Riley Cote in the number 20 machine. As now David Day came up on some lap traffic there, Phil. Zach Freemel trying to chase him down, but he's about 4 car lengths behind. Josh Metallic is sitting in that 35. He's right there, equally probably about 2 car lengths behind the number 6 machine.
Well, this front draft just became 5 as they put a lap to Jeremy Jeffries at number 04. Believe this may have put Jeremy 2 laps in the rear as timing and scoring is going to cycle along here to put lap 63 up on the board this time by. We'll see if that does indeed put Jeffries down 2 laps. Yep, 2 laps in the rear in the 16th position, but he's been very, very quick, Todd, amongst the ranks. So a top 5 all night long. Look for Jeremy Jeffries to maybe play spoiler, maybe pick a teammate, maybe push somebody to the race win here, as a top 5 down the back straightaway is led by David Day as they hit turn 3.
Yeah, Josh Metallic now looking to the bottom side of Zach Freemel. Freemel on the top side of the speedway with that number 6 machine. Metallic pulls up door handle to door handle with the number 6 of Zach Freemel as they come out of 4 down in the front straightaway. Looks like Jeremy Jeffries going to help the 39 of Josh Metallic and be the sort of spoiler trying to get Zach Freemel, him around Zach Freemel as they're working well together on the bottom side of the speedway, but Freemel working all by himself on the top side, and he's able to battle back. But now it looks like the 39 of Josh Metallic going to be able to pull into the 2nd spot away from the number 6 of Zach Freemel.
Not quite so soon, as Zach was able to keep that loud pedal down on the outside lane with no help. Jeffries pushing Metallic. He goes up in the high lane. He'll push Freemel, not picking favorites, but he'll shove the 39 of Metallic up to 2nd as they exit turn 4.
Yeah, Jeffries pushing the number 39 Metallic, but he was also pushing the number 6 of Zach Freemel. Jeffries not sure where he's going to go. Here comes Freemel back down to the inside of the 39 of Josh Metallic as they are side by side once again. David Day looking in his mirror and seeing these guys fighting hot and heavy. The 39 of Metallic now back to 3rd. Freemel to 2nd again.
That fight for 2nd spot, all chasing race leader David Day into turn number 3. Average speed of the race here is we're 65 laps in, 15 laps to go rather. The average speed well over 177 miles per hour. Been caution free all night through the first 65 laps. 175 mile distance for the BareBones Series Championship night. It's finale night here on DRTV, and we'll be here all week over at RTG. We'll be here tonight for the BareBones Series. We'll be here on Wednesday night for the Aero 88 Championship and the grand finale Thursday night, the MSR Tally Challenge. That's always an awesome rate. We'll be back here Thursday night for that. But so far, Todd, the racing tonight, just past the 3/4 mark, 66 laps in, approaching that 10 lap to go marker with 1 more pit stop for these race leaders still to make. It's Zach Freemel down low now, trying to make way on David Day for the race lead. Side by side is at that start-finish line. Rich, down to you for an update.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm hearing a lot of radio chatter on the radios. A lot of these drivers down here are very short on fuel. We're talking anywhere between 7 and 9 laps. So at any moment now, we can start seeing green flag pit stops. The only person out here that we think can make it to the end is going to be Minton, but I'm hearing even he is probably going to be a lap or 2 short. So it's going to get real hairy towards the end of this race, guys.
Well, I want to throw that challenge down to our viewers on YouTube in that chat box. Get it lit up. Does Stevie Minson have enough fuel to make him here? Is that strategy play going to be the one that gets him in victory lane here tonight on DRTV? Or is it going to be guys amongst the top 4? Is it going to be Freemel, David Day, Stevie Milson, or Josh Metallic? I don't know, it's a lot this to be settled, Todd. They were 3 wide off of turn number 2. Josh Metallic going from 4th to 2nd. Now 3 wide again. Here comes Tim Nosker.
Yeah, David Day down to the bottom side in that number 5 machine. He momentarily made it 3 wide, but he backed out of it in the number 5 machine. Now Josh Metallic running in that 3rd spot. Jeremy Jeffries in the fray. He is 2 laps down, to remind you. The number 038 of Stevie Melson now up to the 3rd spot. The 6 is Zach Freeman running in that 2nd spot.
That was the 038 of Stevie Melson, rather. It was not the Nosker machine. It was 038, not 088 on my screen. David Day, the number 5, may have come to pit lane. He was in that top 4. Oh, maybe he didn't. We saw him come down off the banking, able to pull that back in line. Maybe saving some fuel. Maybe not, Todd. The race for 3rd is hit turn 3. Here comes David Day down low under Josh Metallic.
David Day pedaling in that number 5 machine back up to the 3rd spot around Josh Metallic in that number 38 machine. Thought the number 5 of David Day, I think he was saving a little bit of fuel, trying to go a little bit extra distance in the number 5 machine, but the 038 of Stevie Melson running in that 2nd spot. But here comes David Day down to the inside of Melson. Day, the guy on the mission in that hot rod, the number 5 machine, has been fast all evening long, and he has been a man on the mission in that number 5 machine. He wants to put the exclamation point on his championship run for the BareBones Racing Series here at RTG and RTR. But here comes Stevie Melson back down to the inside, side by side, almost there. Momentarily, he could not be able to pull up there. Day running on the top side, almost the middle group in that 5 machine. Melson trying to work over the bottom side in that 038 machine.
Now keep in mind, Todd, as you see Melson come down low, racing side by side with David Day. Not only are they racing for that overall championship, which David Day had a 40 lead, I believe, coming in tonight, but they're racing also for that Eliminator Championship. 3 guys tonight coming in, David Day, Steve Melson, and also Sean Prime. Them 3 are racing for that Eliminator Championship, but they're racing now. I don't think they're worried about point racing. They're worrying about the race win. Here comes David Day. He's going to look a low side below that 6 of Zach Freeman. 3 wide with a lap car as they hit turn 3.
Yeah, the lap car of the 103 of Carson Grins there momentarily was on the top side, but they went by him like a rocket. In that number 5 machine, David Day went down to the bottom side around the number 6 of Zach Freeman. Now Freeman stuck all to the top side of the speedway in that number 6 machine. Here comes the 038. He's going to squeeze play the number 6 machine. The number 038 going to move into that 2nd spot, but a nice maneuver by the 038, almost like a dirt slide job in front of the 6 machine.
Now we'll have to keep an eye on that Stevie Melson machine, see if he comes up for the race lead in that number 38, currently 2nd, chasing David Day into turn number 3 and 4. Looks like pit road may be busy as we exit turn 4. David Day off the banking. Josh Metallic, Zach Freeman, 3 of that top 4, Todd. They've left Stevie Melson outside all by themselves. We'll turn our attention to pit stops. Down to you, Todd.
David Day rolling down pit road in that number 5 machine, Mr. Excitement. David Day was your current race leader, and he's been the dominant truck here all evening long at the Michigan International Speedway. Right side tires going on that number 5 machine. Don't think you're going to see him take 4 tires. Some of these guys doing gas and go. David Day, right side tires only in the number 5, and he's down and away. But some of these guys down on pit road, gas and goes, Phil.
Gas and goes, but it was right side tires on the Zach Freeman machine, that number 6, right side tires. He was up amongst the top 4. We're going to turn our attention now to the 038 of Steve Melson as he hits the pit lane, down from 180 plus miles per hour to 55 miles per hour as they exit turn number 4. Less than 10 laps to go. We'll keep an eye on what the strategy will be for Stevie Melson, who was among the ranks of that top 4 a long way down pit road as he qualified outside pole tonight. He'll hit the pit sign just perfect. No right side tires, Todd. Right side tires for Steve Melson. Sure, it's only going to be 2, needing that little bit of fuel. Right sides are away. He's on the throttle, and he's down and away.
Yeah, 2 tires on that 38 machine, Stevie Melson. Looks like 2 tires been the call amongst your top 5 that's so far. Sean Kerrigan down on pit road, he got 2 tires. Also in that number 15 machine, looking around the speedway right now, waiting for timing and scoring to keep up. But the 196 of Stevie Minson out there on the speedway still. I wonder if Minson still has enough fuel to make it here at the Michigan International Speedway.
Well, he's had the advantage of drafting with that pack that was 5th on back. That was Jeff Crivello, Sean Prime, rusty little guys like that were 5th through that 8th spot. So Stevie was able to tack on to them guys, maybe save just enough. We hear him on and off the throttle. 75 laps up on the board of the 80. Still a long way to go. But the big question is, does Stevie Vincent have enough to bring it home? He has a 12-second advantage, Todd, over David Day, Zach Freemount, Josh Metallic. They all came out together. They were able to put a couple of seconds on Stevie Nelson, who's now 5th, without that benefit of the draft. Can them 3 guys, Todd, David Day, Zach Freemount, Josh Metallic, do they have enough time to catch Stevie Vincent?
Yeah, with only 4 laps left, 4 laps to go, or 5 laps to go here. 12 seconds is a lot to overcome, but Melson's going to have to be on the clutch and making sure he's not going to run out of fuel, as they did chop 2 seconds off to Stevie Minson that time, but that will not be enough here going through the closing end of this race. I don't think they're going to have enough time there, Phil, as you got David Day and Zach Freemount working well together. You also got the number 39 of Josh Metallic. They're all working pretty well together, but I don't think they're going to have enough time to catch the 196 of Stevie Minson. If Minson has enough fuel, I think Minson's going to be your winner.
Well, he's our race leader, 77 laps now working up on the board. We'll see what that deficit is. Last time by, the race pace has slowed down to just over 176 miles per hour. Race lead is down to just over 8 seconds. They're cutting off 2 seconds a lap with about 3 laps to go this time around. That maybe not be enough time, Todd, but if I have a prediction to make, I believe Stevie Minson is going to have to save enough fuel. I believe it's going to bring these 3 guys back into play. I'm going to make the prediction Stevie Minson may make it on fuel, but maybe not win the war.
Yeah, Minson out there trying in the 196. Excellent strategy call by the 196 of Stevie Minson. David Day, Zach Freemount, and Josh Metallic still trying to make way on the 196. They're making time. 4 seconds now between them. 4 seconds chopped off that time by.
Chewing up that advantage, cutting off 3 seconds. David Day running second, cut that to 4.9 seconds last time by. And there's going to be 2 laps to go for Stevie Minson now. He is in turn number 3, saving all the fuel he possibly can in that 196. But Todd, don't look now. I believe that second pack may be chasing him down, as it looks like they have a lot of help back there. David Day has chased down lap guys like Tim Nosker, like Brian Hogue, like the high side hustler Martin Karch, with that advantage being 7 or 8 guys strong. They cut it down to 1.3 seconds here. They're going to hit the white flag next time around. I believe that second pack is definitely in tow.
Yeah, that second pack definitely in tow. 1.3 seconds back, and here comes the second pack, leading the charge of David Day. There's 2 cars in between them. Martin Karch, the high side hustler, and Brian Hogue. Stevie Minson working. Here comes David Day. Amazing run on the bottom side with the number 5, Mr. Excitement. David Day right there in the tire track says white flag, white silk in the air here at the Michigan International Speedway. Who's it going to be, Phil?
White flag in the air. Does Stevie Minson have enough fuel to keep it on keep that loud pedal down, as Todd would say, as they hit turn number 1? Minson, he'll float up to the high side. Here comes David Day down low. Side by side for the race lead. Todd as they exit turn 2.
Side by side down the back straightaway. Minson has the lead. David Day working down the bottom side. Minson now throws the block in that 196. David Day trying to work over the bottom side. Here comes David Day. Minson looks like he's slowing up in the 196. He's blocking David Day. Day now to the top side. I think he's out of field. Here comes Freemount down to the bottom side. 3 wide.
Zach Freemount down to the low side. That may be the move that wins the race. Checkered flag in the air. Zach Freemount's going to pick up the win.
An amazing 3 wide battle as Day was getting blocked by the 196 of Stevie Minson. Freemount made a 3 wide and capitalized, and Freemount going to take down the win here at the Michigan International Speedway. Zach Freemount going to be your winner aboard the number 6. Zach Freemount out of Clyde, New York, driving a number 6 machine. He's driving a Ford here this evening. Ford atop the leaderboard. David Day, Mr. Excitement, going to come home just short with that number 5 machine of David Day again. running second, and he had some guy in front of him, the 196 of Stevie Minson, and I think Minson ran out of gas, and David Day was not in the right place at the right time that time. The 39 of Josh Metallic going to finish third. The 196 of Stevie Minson going to finish fourth. Stevie Melson fifth. Sixth to 15 of Sean Kerrigan. Seventh to 80 of Jeff Crivello. Eighth will be the 015 of Sean Prime. The ninth, the 102 of Rusty Little. 10th, the number 41 of Brian Hogue. So that is your top 10. We're going to go down and start interviewing some of these guys. The top 3 here. An amazing race at the Michigan International Speedway. Caution free. That's what the way of the land here is at the Rolling Thunder Gaming Group.
Caution free tonight, 80 laps, better than 76 miles was the exact distance tonight. Here for the RTG guys, BareBones Series Championship night. An awesome race there. Stevie Minson coming up just a bit short, ran out of fuel off of turn number 4, allowing Zach Freeman to make the move 3 wide and get the race win over David Day. And our third place finisher, that being Josh Metallic at number 39. Josh, an awesome run tonight, able to finish that thing up third. A great run by you guys tonight.
Yeah, thanks. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I used up a little too much tires. I was having too much fun racing it up. Knew the whole time I should have been a little more conservative, but it was really tough to do. The setup was so good, the draft was so much. You got great runs, and everyone was given. Someone make a mistake, and the other guy would cut him some slack. And good, clean, fun racing. Killed my motor across the start-finish line, but still happy with the top 3. I'll take it.
Oh, absolutely. You got to take it. An awesome run by you and all these guys. Able to stay in that lead pack all night long. We've seen on that first run go from 14, the second run down to 10, and then down to you 4. Now, what were you guys thinking there? I know you guys all ganged up there those last 5 laps, the 3 of you and David and Mr. Freeman there, our race winner, Zach, with that awesome run there, 3 wide at the end. But what were you guys thinking chasing down that Stevie Minson machine? It was an incredible move on his part to come up just 1 turn short on fuel and almost make it on 1 less stop than the rest of you.
Yeah, I didn't, I have to admit I was thinking of the Cup race just, what was it, yesterday with Harvick running out with 2 turns to go. I said, there's no way he's going to save that much fuel. And then we started catching 3 seconds a lap. I thought we might have a chance. And, I thought he was, playing a little poker, saying he's going to run out going into 3. So we still had to push because you never know with Stevie if he's going to run out or he's got 2 laps to the good. But it was kind of a replay yesterday. The leader just sputters coming across the line, and we stayed in line, pushed hard enough at the end to catch up and make it a pretty memorable finish, flipping and crashing, and first 180 laps or whatever it was perfect though.
Well, Josh, an awesome race by all you guys over here at RTG tonight. Caution free here, Michigan for 80 laps. I know there's a lot of guys you'd like to thank here along the way to get that 39 here on the Speedway this evening.
Yeah, I'll try to be brief. I know there's a couple other guys that need to get their 15 minutes of fame, but thanks to Terry and Dave Cannon for this league and all that they do. Sean Prime, who has taken this BareBones series and converted from Super Speedway to a Speedway series. And as you saw tonight, great tracks and great setups equal great racing. And then my co-owners and admins at MSR. We run our Thursday series, which you guys will be broadcasting. Tim Nosker, Jason Scheck, Wiley, and David Lawson. So, and thanks to the drivers and you guys too. It was a good race, and I've seen your broadcasts before. They're great, so I'm looking forward to checking it out.
Well, Josh, congratulations on a 3rd place run, and we'll let you get back to it, and we'll see if we can't catch up with more of these guys here in our top 3 tonight, and also speak to all the champions here. 3 champions crowned tonight. Todd, I'm going to throw it down to you. I believe you may have our 2nd place finisher tonight, and I believe our overall unofficial champion, that being Mr. Excitement, David Day. Todd, down to you.
I have indeed caught up with 2 Slow Graphics driver of The Too Slow Graphics Machine, David Day, Mr. Excitement. I'm just as excited as you are, David. That was an amazing finish. I'm tongue-tied. You guys put on an amazing show here this evening at the Michigan International Speedway, and it looks like you brought home the championship. You may have brought home second here this evening, but I think you brought home the championship unofficially here with the BareBones Racing Series. David, tell us about those closing laps. Tell us what was going through your mind. Was the 196 running out of fuel? Is that what held you up there at the end?
Yeah, as soon as we came out of the pits and we took two, I knew that 2 tires was the best way to go, and everybody decided to do that. And then when I came out, I realized that Minson had pit like 4 or 5 laps later than we did the last time. So I knew he was saving fuel and was about to make it, and I honestly didn't think he would make it that far. And that's what bottled us up in 3, and Zach waited patiently. So.
Yeah, you've been making 3 wide moves all evening long, and Zach Freeman closes the gap on you and makes it 3 wide on you. How's it feel to have somebody go 3 wide on you for a change?
I didn't expect anything less. He definitely did the right move, and man, I wish I would have went high to begin with. I was gonna play off of his draft, and but yeah, I don't know, just wrong move.
Oh, David Day, I tell you what, an amazing race once again. Second place finish, and unofficially, I believe you've took home the BareBones Racing Championship here. David, I'm telling you, I'm going to give you the microphone. I know you have a lot of people to thank, and a lot of people watch you out in YouTube land, so the floor is all yours, Mr. Excitement.
Well, first, obviously, shout out to 3 Unit, all those guys, Rob, John Dorr, all those guys, and Junior. Also, thanks to Terry, Too Slow Graphics, helping me whip up this truck. It's based off my theme I painted for the other skin, and he decided to whip it up for me, so thanks to him. Thanks to everybody at RTG, all the drivers, all the admins, Sean Prime, this awesome series. This is how it goes all the time, you know, and everybody involved, and man, I can't believe that's literally the 4th time in a week that I've made a wrong move, and at the end, I gotta say sorry to Josh and all those guys that got wrapped up in all that. I don't think it changed the finish at all, but sorry to those guys, and thanks for you guys putting on the show, and we'll see you guys Wednesday.
Well, that's the driver out of Sherwood, Oregon, driving the Too Slow Graphics Dodge, Mr. Excitement, David Day, bringing home second and bringing home, I believe, unofficially, your BareBones Championship. I'm going to throw it down to Phil, who has our champion for the Challenger Series here, I believe, is Rusty Little.
That would be Rusty Little, unofficially the champion here, the BareBones Series Challenger Series. Rusty, a great run out there tonight. Congratulations. Looks like you're going to be the Challenger Series championship. I believe picking up your 6th win of the year.
Yeah, man, I worked my butt off to get this. I don't know what, I'm just speechless.
Well, Rusty is a guy of little words. I know we've run wheel to wheel many a times, Rusty. I just got to say, congratulations. Job well done. I'm going to give you the floor. The microphone is all yours, champ. Thank whoever you'd like to say thank, and say hello to whoever you'd like to say hi to.
Thanks, you guys on DRTV. I thank them for putting this on for us. Sean and the rest of the RTR guys. A lot of fun racing. You guys need to get in and get signed up and get racing with BareBones. We got a lot of good trucks.
All right, well, that's your Challenger Series champion, Todd and Rich. Rusty Little in the 102. But, Rich, I believe you may have made your way down the victory lane. A ruckus crowd down there. I'm sure it's a party down there for our race winner, Zach Freeman. Down the victory lane and you, Rich.
Yeah, most definitely. It was a battle getting down here. There is a big swarm of people around this car down here in Victory Lane. Zach, Rich with DRTV, it's just amazing, man. You won this thing, the finale.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's been a long season, but it seems like, you know, just keeping the truck clean and being around, just being in contention there toward the end of the race seems to work out pretty well for us. But that was a crazy race. Not knowing if Stevie was going to run out, and then Dave and Stevie coming off 4 there. I saw them hooking up real low, and I was just going to go lower as much as I could because I didn't know if he was going to run out or not. I figured they drift up, so I just tucked it on that bottom line and just powered through.
Yeah, most definitely. As we were getting down towards the end of the race, I was hearing a lot of chatter over the radio, and quite a few were talking how they were going to be short on laps with less than 15 or 10 to go, and green flag pit stops happened, and Minson stayed out, and he had been running 26 lap runs, and he was right on the mark for being a 26 lap run again. We honestly thought he was going to make it, and if you guys didn't catch him, he was going to be the race winner. And then all of a sudden everything broke loose right at the end. I mean, it was like being on the edge of your seat right at the end. You just had no clue when everybody started shifting. I mean, you weren't even the one in front at the time, and all of a sudden, the lights come on, and there you are, man. I mean, it's got to be crazy.
Yeah, it was really nuts. The setups for the most part, Sean Prime, he's been putting a lot of time and effort into making sure that we run good setups every Monday night, and they make for really, really good racing. They're extremely neutral type setups, so most people can run them without issue, and you can't say enough for those guys. Everybody that supports this series, it's just been a hell of a year, and it's the guys that do it. So thanks to BareBones and thanks to RTG and everybody involved. It's just it makes for a really good community.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, congratulations again on your win. I'm going to give you one more time to have the floor on the mic. I know you've already congratulated some people and everybody, but who out there, who is the one that you need to thank the most for getting here? The floor is all yours.
Probably my wife, because she's cool with letting me run this silly game every week, and she tolerates it. She lets me disappear for 2.5, 3 hours at a time to come play with my friends, and it's a really good time. And like I said, you can't thank BareBones and RTG and all the drivers that support and all the admins, and it's an all around effort. To win a race here is really cool, because everybody's getting faster every week, and it's getting nuts. You start to wonder. We had at one point this season, I think through 8 races, 8 different winners, and it's just a testament to the competition level over here, and it's a good place to be.
10-4. Once again, congratulations. I'll get you back, or let you get back to your fans and your pit crew here and all to celebrate this win. I'm going to throw it back up to the booth to Phil and Todd in the booth. Guys, I'm going to stay down here with Zach and kind of hang out and see what's going on. But great race, guys. Great race.
Phenomenal race there, Todd. At the end of the day, Stevie Minson was gambling on fuel, making it 1 stop less than everybody else. Almost brought home that checker flag. 1 turn shy. That made David Day check up and allowed Zach Freeman to make that awesome move down to the low side 3 wide and ultimately picking up the race win.
Yeah, that was an amazing battle, 3 wide battle. Don't expect any less from anybody here at Rolling Thunder Gaming and RTG. Even the BareBones series, as we've raced it here, about 7 or 8 races. Phil and I have raced this series, and I tell you what, if you have not checked out this series, BareBones Racing Series, go check it out, because these guys are amazing. They are restarting the season here in 2 weeks. So if you have not checked it out, I suggest you go to their website, rollingthundergaming.com, and check out this BareBones Racing Series and get in on the action. You can even race against Phil and myself out here on the Speedway. But I'm going to give you the top 10 rundown as they finish. Zach Freeman was your winner. David Day, Josh Metallic third. Stevie Minson brings home a 4th place finish. We're running out of fuel. Stevie Melson runs 5th. 6th was the 15 of Sean Kerrigan. Jeff Crivello in that number 80 finishes 7th. 8th was the 015 of Sean Prime. 9th, the 102 of Rusty Little, our Challenger Series champion. And Brian Hogue, who was running right there with him in 2nd spot in that Challenger Series championship, falls in that 10th spot. So top 10 finish for Brian Hogue, but he's going to come up just shy of that Challenger Series championship. I tell you what, Phil, I'm ready for Wednesday night in that Aero 88 series. I've been able to compete in that just a couple of times, but I know that's another amazing series that these Rolling Thunder Gaming guys put on, and I can't wait for Wednesday night or even Thursday night, the Tally Rally Challenge. That's another amazing show. So we got a lot of shows here in store for you on DRTV.
No, absolutely right. As Todd said, 2 nights from now, we'll be back over here, RTG Live on DRTV, the Aero 88 Series. It's championship week here at RTG. Jeff Zupka is going to come in as the point leader in the Aero 88 Series on Wednesday night. Rick Moon closely pursues him, 17 markers back. And also they have the Challenger Series. Just like here tonight, we crown multiple champions. They're going to do so also here in the Challenger Series. Tony Fox is going to come in with the race lead, or the series lead, rather, in the Challenger Series. And also the Eliminator Championship takes effect also on Wednesday night. 3 champions, 3 guys involved in the Eliminator, that being Jeff Zupka, Rick Moon, and also RTG's own Terry Bauman. So them 3 guys will be in contention. So 3 champions crowned here tonight. David Day taking on the overall championship in the BareBones Series. Also taking on the Eliminator Championship. And Rusty Little, your overall champion in the Challenger Series. Awesome series, guys. Great racing indeed. And, of course, you'll see more action here just 2 nights from now here at RTG. But for my broadcast partners, Mr. TV Time, Rich Patton, Too Tall Todd Stanton, my name is Phil Lacasse. We'll see you here 2 nights from now back here at RTG, live on DRTV.